Good evening, everyone. Uh, this is Manali from the Lira ICAS team, welcoming you all for today's session on sleep. Let me introduce you all to our very special facilitator, Dr. Neeta Mhatre. She is a wellness and relationship coach, and she is a certified trainer. Comes from a background of medicine and is skilled in various therapies in mental health. She follows holistic approach of using creativity, dance, games, theater, and meditation in all her training programs for the young and the old. She is a behavioral specialist and a language pattern communication expert. Handles corporate and personal clients and is also a very empowering person and also gives the power to others to excel their potential to succeed. And I would also like to let you all know that she's someone who believes in training people to in their soft skills and their performance, their training, learning, etc. And she's also a part of NGO called Amsa Ghar in Mumbai, and she's also a brand ambassador for IDF and a brand ambassador for peace and happiness at IWPG at South Korea. Dr. Neeta, if I missed out on anything, please feel free to add in. Thank you so
Nothing.
much. And
Thanks,
I would
thanks,
request you
Manali.
all to please mention your questions in the chat as and whenever you all have any question. And if you all want to talk about something, we shall discuss it post the session. Thank you.
Thanks, Manali, so much, and thank you, everyone. I think this is a very, very enthusiastic topic and the most ignored topic also. Enthusiastic because when I talk about sleep, that does not mean that you are going to push off to sleep now. Absolutely not allowed. You have to be full alert, full listening, and all ears, eyes, everything open here during the session for next 1 hour. First of all, a deep gratitude for giving in your 1 hour for this very important topic. And why do I tell this as an ignored topic? Because the rest is something which is always ignored. Either it has been hyped too much by using the words lazy, forever sleeping, or else it is this person just can't sleep. Oh, what do I do? My brain is awake every time. And that is where we talk about it, that it is the most ignored and the least important subject. But let me tell you, friends, that our sleep is the most important and a very important biological requirement of our body. So I start with a very wonderful quote by one of a very famous doctor, but I'm somehow not able to recollect it. And I did not want you to do a Google search because this is a very amazing quote. So, a good laugh and a long sleep are the best ones in one of the doctor's book. Because as coming from the medical fraternity, I also believe when our body is resting, that is the time it really takes good care for healing. Takes good care for progress, and it also allows you to take pause and proceed in appropriate decisions. So what are we going to do in this 1 hour? So in this 1 hour, the agenda which is set is all about definitions, the body clock, which we all have it, right? Sleep, death, and some untold risks, cognitive behavioral therapy, that is called as, in short, it is called as CBT, and how CBT has been instrumental for sleep, the stages of sleep, sleep hygiene, few of the tips, some which you might be knowing, some which you can add on to your list, stress and sleep, and summary. And as Manali has mentioned, kindly park in your questions, and once when you park in your questions, I will try to address as much as I can by the end of the session. So, as by definition, everybody knows what is the definition of sleep. The best and the simple definition is putting your mind, body, the physical body to rest. because when we are putting our mind and body to rest, the best result is refreshed, positive, reset for our daily schedule, which is completely undisturbed, which is full of energy, which is also maintaining the quality and the quantity, which is a very simple definition of sleep. It is just a period of rest to your mind, to your physical body. And when this period of rest to your mind and physical body is happening, the next day is very productive, it is refreshing, it is absolutely reset, and it is ready to move the way you want to move without feeling fatigue, without feeling lethargic, without having a headache, without feeling heaviness, and everything is very, very smooth. Talking about insomnia. Insomnia is a medical term which talks about difficulty in getting sleep or staying asleep. So all that movie which goes on that kuch kuch hota hai and this hota hai, that hota hai, everything happens when this insomnia is there. Lot of the time when we have seen insomnia coming in, it's only the time when the mind is just going on, chattering. There is so many talks going on. There is a lot of self talk which goes on. And many times when you will observe your self talk, the self talk is actually, going between the two, right, wrong, right, wrong. And when this right, wrong is too much, the big thing comes is confusion. Oh my God, my head is aching and I just can't sleep. So this is about insomnia. Just giving you some normal parameters also. The newborn babies, ideally they are supposed to be sleeping for 16 to 18 hours. School going children, normally they sleep for 10 hours, and healthy adults, though the variations are there for 6 to 8 hours, but ideally, as per the WHO, it is 7 to 9 hours, which is not seen. Very rarely, I can tell you, maybe we can now just count on our fingers and we can tell that these are few people who are really sleeping 7 to 9 hours, right? Not even 6 to 8 hours, but that is what an ideal sleep should be. Talking about poor sleep patterns. So, what are some poor sleep patterns? If you are not sleeping, your poor sleep is about 2 hours, or maybe intermittent sleeping. Intermittent sleeping is ki today, right now, 10:30 I decide to hit my bed, and as I hit my bed, 11:30 I'm totally awake. Then I will go in the kitchen, I will start munching something. Again I see, oh wow, this is so many messages on my WhatsApp. I start scrolling, and as by the time I start scrolling, I start reading until then it's 2 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 2. I just need to push off to sleep. And now when I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. Why? A, because of the blue light, which is not very good for our eyes and for before sleeping, because the brain has already secreted melatonin, so it is not good. Secondly, my sleep was completely disturbed. And when my sleep got disturbed, I again went in and I started munching. So I am also giving my biological clock one more attention. He, come on, let's munch something. So what happens during this poor sleep? The poor sleep is interrupted sleep pattern, which I mentioned, tiredness or sleep debt. I am tired in my physical body, but mentally I'm completely awake, and there are so many thoughts going on. There are so many thoughts going on. Reduced alertness. So whenever I need to get up, I am not able to get up. Reduce psychomotor performance. Psychomotor performances are the performances which where we are using our joints, where we are using our fingers, where we are using our full body to do some kind of exercises. I will start seeing that, slowly, if I have to even open my knee, I'm taking in time. If I have to just grab a glass of water, by the time I'm just taking my hand there, I'm feeling a lot of pain, I'm feeling a lot of ache. Poor diet management can be massive eating or not at all eating. Here intermittent fasting and all is not a criteria, so we don't discuss about it. Poor exercise levels. The exercise levels can be anything. It can be physical exercise, it can be jogging, it can be swimming, it can be anything which is of very very poor nature. Some people, they decide ki today let me go out for a walk. Anyhow, 15 minutes I'm going to walk. As soon as they go out, they meet someone, they start talking. 15 minutes has gone there. Oh, now I need to go 15 minutes walk. I will go ahead, I will talk to someone. Now all my walk is over. Till then, it is my time to do my normal schedule. It can be cooking, it can be teaching, it can be, something doing for your own self. But this is how the exercise levels happen. And every time, this is a big pattern when we see in January, when everybody will start doing a goal setting exercises, hitting the gym. And this is again which will land up with poor exercise levels. So what exactly happens with the sleep and with our mental health? Of course, if I am not being able to sleep, a I will have my mental health problems, like I might have a headache, I might be in my constant thinking. And as I'm constantly thinking, I am chunking inside. I am chunking inside. And when I'm chunking inside, I'm not getting any answers. And when I am in getting any answers, slowly, I sip into depression because I am not able to get any answers. I'm becoming emotionally unstable. I am becoming lethargic. I am either eating too much, so I'm putting on a lot of weight. I am not at all eating anything, so I'm also becoming skinny. Either ways, so my body is also getting affected, my energy levels are getting depleted. So all those things start seeping in. And at other level, when it comes with anxiety, if I am not sleeping, I would start reading, I would start doing some work which I love to do the most, or which I feel that I'm keeping myself busy, but I am actually not keeping myself busy. I'm running away from the fact that I am not able to sleep. Or else coming with psychosis, that was about anxiety which I was talking about. Psychosis is, oh, there is something which is happening, I know there is something bad which is going to happen. I will start assuming, I will start perceiving, I will start talking to people and telling them this is what is going to happen now, this is what is right. You understand, this is what I was telling. I told you don't cross the road. The cat had crossed before you. Got it now? Because of that cat you met with an accident. So I will get into all those dramas which my brain is now proving it to be right. So I get into psychosis. The fourth is stress. Stress is, I think now it has become everyone's vocabulary. Every person, in fact every child, as soon as they look at their teacher or as soon as they come back home, please don't talk, I'm so stressed, I've got so much homework to do. Don't tell me, my teacher, as soon as I look at her I get stressed. So this is becoming a part of our vocabulary. And how much this is becoming a part of our vocabulary, that much we are really getting stressed. In fact, we can really live a stress free life, but somehow some people feel, oh, today I've not done anything adventurous. And what was this adventurous? Adventurous was, there was no stress at all. Everything was so simple. As soon as I went, the security guy opened the door. As soon as I went, I got the lift. As soon as I, came out of the lift, I met my office colleague, and then she's just telling me, "Arre, every work is done." So my day has been super good, but still something is missing. What is that missing? That adventure, that stress. So some people feel that adversity creates opportunities. Fine for them, that stress creates adventure for them in their life, but which I feel is really not healthy. Again, variations are there. So talking about body clock, what exactly is this body clock? So body clock is something which is started by our brain, which is called as hypothalamus. So as it is 7 o'clock in the morning, your body clock tells, oh, come on, get up, Neeta, get up, Neeta. So now this is your time to get up. Now pick up that right hand. With your right hand now, though your eyes are slightly closed, but still you know where is your brush, you know where is your toothpaste, you know where is it kept, you know how would you even open the tap. Everything is so subconsciously in my body clock. The same thing goes at 9 o'clock, I start getting my hunger pangs. As I start getting my hunger pangs, my biological clock tells me, oh, now it's time to eat. Oh, now it's time to eat. So, what exactly is the body clock? It is just a system in the body that controls when you need to sleep, when you need to eat, when you need to do your work, when you need to perform. So, all these indications are given by our hypothalamus, which is situated in the brain. And that is where we tell, oh, it's my biological clock now telling me I need to have a green tea, or I need to have a black coffee, whatever it could be there. Everything is being said by our body to us. Circadian rhythms. I'm sure everyone have heard about circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms is not only followed by us as humans, it is also followed by the animals, it is also followed by the flowers. The flora and the fauna also falls in the category of circadian rhythm. So generally in humans, the circadian rhythm is produced and generated by the hypothalamus, and as it is produced by the hypothalamus, it regulates our physiological and behavioral processes, including our temperature control, hormone production, alertness, as well as sleep. It runs across 24 hours. It will not tell that I am going on strike or today I've got a union, this is not going to work. Absolutely no. Our circadian rhythm always functions 24 by 7, 365 days, till whenever, however, we are alive. It is strongly influenced by natural cycles of light and dark. So, as soon as it is morning, we start doing our morning chores. As soon as it is evening, we slowly start shutting off. So, circadian rhythm pacemaker is basically stimulates the melatonin. Melatonin is an hormone which is purely responsible for our sleep. By evening 6 o'clock, by evening 5:36, if your body function is absolutely normal, every person, every person has this hormone and it is secreted. In some people, post COVID, of course, we are seeing a lot of sleep patterns which have got disturbed, which has got haywire. So that is the time when the melatonin secretion has slightly reduced and people are having issues with their sleep. Before that also people had issues with their sleep but still could make it to sleep. So what happens is by 5:36 you generally see, the flowers closing their petals. The animals, they start looking out for a place where they can start lying down. In the same way our body comes to something which is now slow down, now slow down. So now slow down is because of this hormone which is melatonin, which is by 6:30 it is liberated in our body. So evening is for us very clear indications ki now let's slow down, and with this slowing down let's welcome the sleep. But what do we do is we will welcome everyone else, we will start pushing the sleep. Let's go to the side, let's go to the side, let's go to the slide, and sleep goes to the slide. And with full sideness, then it is 2 o'clock in the night and still I can't sleep, because I was pushing the sleep, I was pushing the sleep. And how did I push the sleep? By talking to people, by attending meetings. However tired I am, but I can't tell because my boss is there, or any such, these meetings are very important. It could be some family issues, it could be anything. But my self care schedule tells me that I can push the sleep away. So that's what I do with my circadian rhythm. What do you think that when are you mostly tired during the day? What is that time when you really feel very tired? So ideally, as per our circadian rhythm, the most tired time is something between 3 to 6 p.m. Somewhere, some slide had that 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So ideally, a 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. is where we are hyperactive. Where we are hyperactive, we sit, we pray, we meditate, and during that is the time, it is the time of manifestation. That is the time where people tell up you should get up early in the morning, sit, pray, write your goal setting, do your gratitude journal, plan your entire day. Whatever you manifest during that time, it is completely getting manifested, and you're able to get what you want to achieve in your life. So ideally our body starts becoming tired by afternoon. So by afternoon, after our afternoon meal, the lunch, many of them want that 10 minutes nap, and then it's going to be a power nap. In that 10 minutes they're perfectly fine, because from 12 o'clock noon to 2 o'clock, our body, our mind has processed lot of information. It's not only the information which is being given by our fellow colleagues or friends or family. We are now getting lot of information via all the social media, and which the brain sometimes is not able to understand ki where am I supposed to process, and where am I supposed to keep quiet. And when the brain is not able to process, immediately you take a pause and you tell, oh, oh, it's just here, it's not coming out. Oh my god, I just had this, how can I forget it? And why is it happening is because the brain is processing a lot of information. So brain is not getting that time to pause and to process. In fact, it is just processing. There is nothing which is taking a pause. So this is where which we are seeing that the movie Gajni, we are seeing people now becoming, lot of people are experiencing this Gajni effect. And it is not only that Gajni effect which is coming, in fact it is a lot of brain fogging also which is happening in the medical terms, where we have seen that people are getting tired during these times specifically. So we also talked about the sleep debt in our agenda, right? So what exactly is the sleep debt? This is purely a definition by the psychologist and the medical. So this is the cumulative of amount of sleep loss from insufficient sleep. So sleep debt is equal to hours of sleep needed, that is say 7 hours minus hours of sleep achieved. So I am 7 hours on the bed, but maybe that entire 7 hours I did not sleep. So it is 7 minus 4. It can be 7 minus 6. It can be 7 minus 7. Very good. But it is important to become completely zero. And when we become that zero, we are absolutely fine. We are absolutely fit. We are absolutely healthy to really restart the next day. So the more sleep you miss, the greater the debt. Debts must be repaid by catching up on lost sleep. This must occur soon after initial sleep loss. So in case if I happen to sleep by 10:30, and if I haven't sleeping after that, I should still try that I should push off to sleep as early as possible without wasting time. We had talked about CBT, that is cognitive behavioral therapy. So there are a lot of therapies which are there around, and a lot of therapies which the psychologists also believe. But we have seen that CBT has been very powerful tool in talking about sleep and also giving good results for sleep. Why? It is cognitive means your brain, your mind, your wisdom. Second, it is about your behaviorals. So what is it? You are cogniting, you are using your brain to take charge of your behaviors in a therapeutic way. So in the therapeutic way, how are you going to take some steps which will help you to determine and to get adequate amount of sleep? So in this CBT, what exactly happens in CBT is, so CBT tells that our thoughts and our emotions, they affect our behaviors. In simple word, if I am thinking something, if I am angry, my emotion which comes out from my body in the form of behavior will be of anger. I will really be an Amresh Puri. I will really be very angry because it will be seen in my behavior. Some people who are good in hiding their behaviors still will have that clenching teeth, still they will be, doing something with their fist, still they will be restless. So somehow in the non-verbal behavior also you can make out that the person is anger, irritated, or raged. So that is where the CBT has been really very good tool and technique to use for people who have been experiencing problem in poor sleep. So what exactly is the thing in poor sleep is a huge problem where we now have identified 38% of adults suffer from poor sleep. Our cognitive behavioral therapy is proven to help 70% of patients overcoming persistent sleep problems, provided you come to the therapist, provided you come out and tell, like our famous actress, Madonna, and I think even Indra Nui in 2012, and this has been documented also. In 2012, while she was addressing a big, huge mass, she came out and she said very beautifully that they say that the sleep is a gift of God. I have been gifted with everything, but it is so sad that I have not been gifted with this beautiful gift, which is sleep. So she had a lot of issues where she hardly could sleep. Then I think even Margaret Thatcher, even she had these issues because sleep issues is generally very very common in the females compared to the male gender. In the females there is this constant thing of doing everything. Females generally tend that I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to look after the house, I want to look after the baby, I want to look after husband, I want to look after my mother, I want to look after his mother, I want to look after all the mothers. So there is so many multitasking facets which continuously goes on in the gender female, and that also is a very very great in giving our graph to the higher side that the female has issues with sleep much more compared to the male gender. And definitely CBT is really very useful and very helpful, but less than 1% of people can access it. The other option is sleeping pills, which is not at all an option which I give to my patients or to my clients, because I still believe that our brain is inside our body, and the best thing is the remote of my brain is in my hand. And this is where is a strong thing, that you have to have the accessibility of that remote, and you have to take charge of your brain, of your body and your mind, and you can still push off to sleep by practicing some mindfulness exercises and also something else which we are going to talk about it in the next. So what about CBT model of insomnia? Insomnia again, where people can't sleep, where people are unable to sleep. So what exactly happens during the sleep disturbances? So any bad sleep habits, here the bad sleep habits is about a person who are not able to sleep for more than 4 hours, or people who are constantly getting up, a small little noise and they'll just get up, and small something is happening somewhere and they'll get up. So that is about the bad sleep habits. Unhelpful beliefs and thinking. So a lot of time, during my entire negative talk, I'm just blaming myself, or I'm blaming someone else. I'm putting all my values and my core belief, this had happened in my life because of this, this is this, and I will start blaming. I will come with my own false beliefs. I would also see that I am overthinking and putting up to something which is so negative. So the I am responsible for my consequences, but what do I do is I am not holding myself responsible. In fact, I am in my blame game, and when I am in my blame game, it becomes much more interesting, because I am blaming the other person. I am making all these narratives and all these self stories, which is again getting disturbed in my sleep. That is the time when people tell, oh my god, in the morning I had such a bad dream. Why? What was it? Last night I was seeing that I was, hitting that person. Why was I hitting that person? Because as soon as I decided that I want to sleep, or I will push off to sleep, I had all the memories. I had all that event which happened with me, with that person, maybe previous night, or maybe on the phone, or maybe even in the office. So I did not finish my unfinished business. In psychology, we use the word unfinished business. So if today my 24 by 7 day is getting over, I need to remove people from my space. I need to remove people from my emotional space. I need to remove people from my psychology, that is my social space. In case if there is anything negative which has happened, I need to put it an end. I need to stop it completely. And once I put it to an end, I will see that my emotional status, my physiological status, as well as my full body is in my control. And if I am not taking charge of it, all these toxic talks, all these toxic ideas is just going on, and then I have acidity, I have bloating, I have burping, I have everything which is affecting my system. So I also need to understand ki when it is important to let go, when it is important to remove things from my system. So CPT1 also talks about why it is important to educate our own self. When you educate yourself, you come to know that actually it is not other person's harm, it is your harm. There are few relaxation techniques in CBT which is being taught. It's also talked about how sleep hygiene, sleep scheduling. Sleep hygiene is all about how do you make up your room, how should your lights be there, and how do you sleep schedule, strengthening your bed. Sometimes the bed itself is so disturbing. Looking at the bed, it's like, my god, how can I sleep on this bed? It's just not possible. So making the connection of the sleep and the bed, restricting your time in the bed, thought challenging. So remove all the thought which is not important completely out from the system. As we said about education, in education we talk about a sleep diary. So are you getting enough sleep? You can make this diary by yourself, just mentioning about your, as you write your gratitude journal, or maybe when you will do your goal setting exercises. In the same way, you can make a small sleep diary. So when you see your sleep diary, you know what time to what time are you sleeping. Are you really having a healthy sleep, or are you having something which is called as a break sleep? Are you having something which is very disturbing to you? So that is where you have to write it down in your diary, and by entire week you can see how was your week with the sleep. In that way you can get yourself educated, and you can use something which is sleep diary. Sleep scheduling is strengthen the sleep and the bed connection. Definitely when we talk about the sleep and the bed a should be straight, clear. It shouldn't be very spongy, it shouldn't be very tight. It should be something which is taking care of our back, that is your spine. Before sleeping, so our body takes almost 4 hours to digest the food. Okay, so this, god bless the Zomato and Swiggy, because this is also one way where our sleep is getting disturbed. The Zomato and Swiggy are working 24 by 7, and they are also, being so much contributing in giving us no sleep, in giving a high rise of diabetes, in giving us high rise of other ailments also. So don't eat work while you know that you are going to sleep. Maybe if you do the schedule by 11ish also. So by 11ish, 7 is maximum where you can finish in your food. After that, it's not important that you need to binge in, you need to eat, because your body takes time to digest. Wind down your routine maybe 90 minutes before. So I know that I have to go to sleep, I will start putting everything, at ease. I will start slowing down, and as I start slowing down, it's okay. It's completely okay, because I know that I'm slowing down because my body wants rest. I want my mind to have rest. I want my physiology to be normal. So go to bed when sleepy. If you are yawning and if you're feeling sleepy, immediately push off to bed. But if you're not sleepy within 20 minutes, get up. Don't force yourself to be on the bed, because you will, as it is, not sleep. You will start twisting, turning, and that will disturb your schedule, disturb your sleep much more. So the best thing is, sit down. Maybe again, when you feel sleepy, just push off to sleep, but don't twist and turn, because in that twisting turning, again, you are allowing your brain to think. Again, you're allowing your brain, okay, come on, there is nothing happening. Come on, think. Think about this work, think about this EMI, think about this credit card, think about this bill, think about the holidays, think about shopping, think about Halloween, think about Thanksgiving, think about every damn thing. The brain will start thinking. So routine is to get up at the same time every day. However, if I sleep at 12, still my routine tells me that I need to get up by 7ish. I should. If I'm sleeping by 10:30, still I should see that I get up at my routine. Avoid naps in between. There are a lot of people who will take 10 minutes at power nap, and while taking that power nap, the final time of sleep comes, you're unable to sleep. So, talking about the sleep scheduling again, restrict time in bed, find out average sleep time from your sleep diary, which you will surely maintain now. Agree a sleep window on this average length, but not less than 6 to 7 hours. Ideally, 7 hours is ideal, but some people who feel 6 hours is good, that is also good. Few people have now started following 4 hours sleep. Please let me tell you that 4 hours sleep and our body, one size does not fit all. So we need to understand that my body is not the same as other person's body. My physiology, my metabolism is completely different than somebody else's. So maybe he or she could sleep for 4 hours and would be completely be fresh, but I might not be. So ideally a 6 hour sleep is a good sleep to sleep for. Anchor sleep around a regular get up time. So, however late, early you sleep, but make your time fixed to get up. Threshold set for going to bed. When sleep efficiency reaches 90%, increase sleep window by 15 minutes. When you are able to sleep, yes, I am now able to sleep on time. My time is getting regularized. So then you can see that you can increase your sleep by 15 minutes. So if I was coming on bed by 10:30, but till 11:30 I'm not able to sleep, I will see that 11:30 I will come on the bed, and 11:30, 11:15, slowly by 11 I will push off to sleep. So maybe the 10:30 schedule is not fitting, but the 11 o'clock schedule is fitting, and then that is how you can manage to come to a proper 6 hours sleep. Sleep efficiency is equal to time asleep upon time in bed multiplied by 100. So you also have this proper calculation to sleep, because sleep efficiency is you are going to calculate through your sleep diary. And that is equal to time asleep upon time in bed multiplied by 100. Some of the cognitive techniques, what we have been using, what we have been practicing is challenge dysfunctional beliefs and thoughts about sleep. So challenging dysfunctional beliefs and thoughts about sleep is all our own beliefs, our own thought patterns, or sometimes we borrow people's thoughts also. We might borrow people's opinion. Yes, he or she said only 4 hours sleep. My teacher said only 8 hours sleep. If I'm not sleeping but I need to be on bed, no. So challenge all these things. Understand what is the best for your own body. Understand what is the best for your physiology. Use techniques to combat a racing mind, that is which I said, negative self chatter, or continuously talking with your own self. Worry, sometimes, it's not only the worry, but it could be other people's worry becomes your worry. So it is also important to remove those things out from your mind, out from your system, and therein where you can bring in mindfulness. You can bring in mindfulness meditation, you can also bring in mindfulness journaling, imagery and relaxation, putting the day to rest, give up trying. Give up trying is I will try to sleep. I will try to sleep. I will try to sleep. So here you do not have to try to sleep, you have to sleep. By give up trying, you are putting in efforts to sleep. And for putting in efforts, that creates a lot of stress. So the thing is, I will not stress myself. However it is, I will sleep when I want to sleep and when I'm completely feeling sleepy. So give up trying, because giving up trying is also, you are keeping yourself stress free. Key messages is reduce time in bed. If you can't sleep, get up. Don't lose sleep over losing sleep. So I know that I am not able to sleep, but still I'm trying to sleep. So I shouldn't be doing that. So talking about few of the stages of sleep. Generally we have stages which is REM and non-REM, but made it very simple for you people, everyone here. REM, everybody is aware that it is rapid eye movement, but something which is called as non-REM, that is non-rapid eye movement. So what happens in stage 1? Stage 1 is that you feel slightly sleepy, but with that slightly sleepy, one noise comes or the phone bell rings, it's easily woken. And then you will start, with your phone call, or you will be on something. Then you experience myoclonic jerks. Myo means muscles. Clone is the body. So you will suddenly experience, oh, what happened? And this is myoclonic, as motor areas are spontaneously stimulated. Or in case if you are just sleeping and somebody just screams, oh, and then you will immediately, what happened? Who screamed? So that happens in stage 1. Ki now I had just prepared myself to sleep because I was seeing my eyes are becoming a bit heavy, and I'm yawning and I'm feeling like tired, I want to sleep. But till then somebody will scream, the pets will bark, some phone call will come, achanak there is some TV serial, and somebody will feel so bad, oh my god, why you had to go to him, and they will scream. So of course now the match is not on, or else with the match things also, all these things goes on. So when all these things are going on, the motor areas are immediately stimulated, and as our motor areas are stimulated, we are off now, then I can't sleep. Then the stage 2 starts. In the stage 2, 50% of your sleep time is taken care of. The eye movement stops, and immediately I will see that my brain waves. The brain is doing my work, the blood is doing my work, the heart is doing the work. But what happens is the brain waves becomes slow. And with this brain waves which is becoming slow, I get into a very, very deep sleep. And as I get into the deep sleep, people, however, will try to shake me. I will not get up because I am in my deep sleep. And during my deep sleep, whatever is happening next to me, someone is talking, yelling, sneezing, doing anything, nothing will affect me, because that is a time when I am in my deep sleep. So people generally who are in their deep sleep, and if they get up either to pee, we ask them, "Ki, as you have got up from the deep sleep, sit for a while. Sit for a while and then get up and use the washroom, because you want the awareness to be coming into the body. Or else, if with the deep sleep I start walking, however I know my house, however I know my washroom, but sometimes maybe I will just jab into something. I might hit my head, I might hit my leg, I might hit my toe. If I'm a diabetic, then I really have to be much more careful, because if there is something to do with the toe, it might get injury. So I generally, we ask them to get up from the deep sleep, take a nice 4, 3, 2, 1 breath, and now start walking. Okay, so that is about the stage 3. Stage 4 is, it is the same as stage 2 of deep sleep. If woken from deep sleep, you may feel groggy or not satisfied, and then you again want to push off to sleep, and then you tell, please don't talk, Ray, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, come on, I want to sleep. So my mind is awake that I have been talking. I've been telling them, don't talk, I want to sleep. and I can still push off to sleep. So these are few stages of sleep. The REM and the non-REM is calculated as per the stages. And REM is 20% of your sleep is occurring in 70 to 90 minutes into sleep. Dreaming occurs at this stage, and when the dreaming occurs, that is the deep sleep, that is the time when my heart rate is pretty high. My blood pressure also increases. That is the time when we see that we are experiencing sudden cardiac arrest, sudden hemorrhages. Why? Because my BP is responsible for the hemorrhage. Cardiac arrest is there because my heart rate is pretty high. So in the REM, we will see that person who is just even getting up from the deep sleep. By any chance, if there is some negative uh, or maybe some bad incident which we also have to tell, we will first tell ki, why don't you get up, why don't you sit for some while, and then we will tell you. So we generally do not disclose anybody's death or something which has happened which is very bad. The person can't take it because during that deep sleep or after the stage of the deep sleep, we are in that high rise, the palpitations, the pulse, the blood pressure, everything is very, very high. And why it is high? Because the brain could get enough amount of relaxation. And when the brain has got enough amount of relaxation, that is the time we see that now the person also has to be able to process and understand what it is happening. So this is the stages of the sleep. Talking about sleep hygiene, aim for 6 to 8 hours of unbroken sleep. I would say 6 to 7 hours, please, unbroken sleep. Taking relaxing bath or listening to soothing music. Soothing music should really be soothing. It shouldn't be that jing bag, dhag, 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 something like that. Because after that, so many music, the music goes on in your head, and there is so much noise, and because of sound, also you can't sleep. People going to discos, people going to pubs, suddenly when they come back home, they feel that their entire year is only listening to that band and they can't sleep. So that is where we tell that the music really should be soothing. Soothing that you can feel it, yes, it is very light, it is very low, and that is okay. So listen to it, and if you cannot sleep after, still after 20 minutes, please just don't be on the bed twist and turn. Get up, and whenever you are feeling relaxed or whenever you are feeling much more tired, then come back, because in that twist and turn probably people don't sleep, and in that twist and turn somebody will come, somebody will talk to you, then again the sleep is going disturbed, it is going behind. So the thing is, just come back whenever you are ready to sleep. That is the time when you sleep. Avoid caffeine and other stimulants for 4 hours prior going to bed. So maybe by 7ish, when you finish your dinner, also post dinner, don't think of having a hot coffee, a black coffee, or something. Maybe a chamomile tea is still okay, or something. Some other flavors tea is okay, but avoid caffeine during those times. Environment must be suitable. Environment here is about the temperature in the bedroom, your tube lights, your lights, how much light is important. Avoid having TVs, video games, laptops, or your computers. Of course, I understand completely, still people are doing some work hybrid, but when it is time to sleep, remember, it is time to sleep. And when you have to be productive, when you really want to ace in your organization, give some time to your own self care. And when you give that time to your own self for your own self care, your productivity 110% will increase, and your office, your organization are definitely going to be proud of you. Do not sleep on a chair or on the sofa, on that couch. When you go down, 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 then suddenly you'll have this headache, suddenly you'll have pain in your spine. And when by the time you get up, the right shoulder is not able, the left shoulder, and then that all these music which comes out, that ooh, e and everything. So don't allow all those pain aches to be happening on your body. The room should be dark. Avoid natural light and electric lighting. People have started using warm lights. People are comfortable, completely okay. If it is soothing you, if it is giving you that thing that you can sleep with the warm lights on, fine. But see to it that it is not so much which is hitting your eyes and you're not able to sleep. to sleep. So it also has to be really warm and really very low dim. I'm against this, but still, as a protocol, pills is only in case if you have tried everything and still if it is not working, only with the help of the professionals, with the doctors, with your family physicians, or by um, any of the physicians who is taking care of you, only then please pop in pills, or else don't pop in pills just because accessibility was there or someone gave it to you. Absolutely no, no, no. It has to be with proper supervision. Healthy lifestyle, exercise regularly, not at the evening. You can still go out for a stroll, but not massive cardio. People have started doing what? Fit, some some hi-fi exercises. I don't know, they'll take that bags, they'll take something, they'll take that big tire. All these exercises in the morning is fine, but not in the evening. Evening exercises should really be light. It should be more of breath exercises. It should be more of just sitting exercises. Just maybe one stroll, one good swim will be enough, but not massive exercises in the evening. Try and exercise outside in the winter. If you are if suffer from sad year is about social anxiety disorder. Okay, avoid high sugar processed foods, eat balanced diet with lots of fresh fruit, veggies, of course fish, where you can eat, which is high in omega oils. You can also have chicken, boiled chicken soup. You can have broth of chicken. Of course, not the mutton. Mutton becomes very heavy. Digestion takes a lot of time. Keep yourself properly hydrated, because staying hydrated, not only, first of all, staying hydrated is having water. Water is two hydrogen, H2O plus oxygen. So amount of oxygen which, when it is reaching the brain, when it is reaching all the blood vessels, the oxygen is high in the body, you will definitely feel good, you will feel energetic. And whenever your biological clock or the body clock tells that now it is just push off time and now sleep, you will really sleep. So staying hydrated is very very important. Avoid caffeine as it is a stimulant. Tolerance levels vary. Side effects including GI upset, tremors, acidity. Effects may be felt within 20 minutes to 4 hours. Watch out for taurine and guarana. These should be treated like caffeine. Taurine people are taking a lot nowadays, but please, it is purely caffeine only. So just avoid all these things. Stress, as I had mentioned initially, stress is also excitement, anxiety, physical tension, mental tension, emotional tension, and all these tension leads to a high level of stress. Basically, it is the demand which is, as individual, which I feel that I am not able to fulfill it or I'm not able to cope with it, that will give level to stress. Sometimes my stress is again not my stress. My stress is about other people. Other people, what will they think about me? What will they judge me? What will they talk about me? So my stress is also about others. So, what exactly happens with stress? Physical stress is alopecia. Alopecia means you see a hair fall. In this hair fall, it is more towards the patch side. It is patchy alopecia. That is, patch wise, your hair will start going. CHD, IBS, skin disorders, ulcers, emotional anxiety, panic attacks, depressions, behaviorals. We have seen behaviorals a lot because of stress, eating disorders, alcoholism, hypochondriacism, and insomnia. Insomnia is maximum. Eating disorders, either it is very very high or absolutely given up on eating. So two variations in eating disorders are there. Summary is aim for 6 to 8 hours of unbroken sleep, manage your sleep depth, review your sleep environment, eat a regulated and balanced diet, drink water, not caffeine, exercise for 150 minutes per week, do not smoke. Please do not smoke is bracket for both the genders, for all the third genders, for everyone rather. Please don't smoke. A big researches and everything is going on, where we are seeing very young deaths happening. And it is so sad to see this young deaths happening, just cardiac arrest coming high because of smoking. The carotids, the arteries are getting narrowed because of smoke, and we have to give up on smoking. Build resilience, manage stress, and definitely you know that where you need to call your EAP, that is ICAS. And with this is the phone number. And now we open for Q&A. Manali, all yours. Please read out the questions for me, in case if there is.
Oh yes, yes, Dr. Meeta. There are lots in the chat. I'll just
Oh
start
my,
reading on. Yeah.
I'm just
Uh,
purposely keeping this page on, dear friends,
yes.
because you need to keep this page on. I feel so. I want you to write down this phone numbers. I want you to write down this email ID. I want your those host ICAS to be there into your mind, and remember that we are here for you. So now I'm open for questions.
Yeah. How to increase deep sleep state length? Can that be achieved? There is a lot of nightmare during sleep, whether this is counted in sleep hour, these kind of things. And is there any exercise or yoga poses to perform before sleep for better sleep? How can we fall asleep instantly? Could you take those range, and then I will go on to the next few more, or should I continue
So
with this
maybe
and then
one
you?
by one, maybe one by one
One,
you'll give me the question, because it was too many
yes.
questions at one go.
Okay. How to increase the state of deep sleep length?
Okay, so let me answer this. So when we talk about deep sleep ideally happens between 3 to 5 a.m. And when that 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. sleep is there, some people are also putting in their alarm. Some people have their snooze buttons on, off, on, off. So one thing is there, that during that time of sleep, when you are sleeping and you have decided, I will not get up till 5 a.m. in the morning, please remove all your alarm, please remove everything, and your body will automatically be in that deep stage of sleeping. So you do not have to force yourself to be in that deep sleep. The deep sleep happens because that is the time when you are seeing the three levels: the alpha level, the beta level, and the theta level. So people ideally reach to the theta level in the deep sleep. It happens automatically. You just have to let go of all worry, sorrows, anxiety completely off from system, and focus that I am sleeping. Yes,
If
go
I
ahead.
get nightmares, yeah, if I get nightmares during sleeping, meaning is this counted in sleep hour?
No, this is not sleep. So nightmare is worry, nightmare is tension, nightmare is again anxiety, or it can be any kind of panic. But after the nightmare, are you able to sleep? If you are able to continue sleeping, because if I had a bad dream and that bad dream has disturbed me, I can't sleep after it. Some people, they will push off to sleep and their dream also continues. The same dream will continue till the morning, and they remember their dream. But some people, they do not. So this is ideally not considered as a healthy sleep. This is a poor sleep.
Is there any exercise or yoga poses to perform before sleep for better sleep?
So basically, we are dealing here with CBT. I might not be the right person because I do not know about yoga, about sleep. There are practicing mudras, which I'm aware of it. So, but I would still tell that, when we are sleeping, we should use our cognition and our wisdom to sleep, rather than again being dependent on something else to sleep. So I don't know about yoga if I'm not able to do anything, any kind of exercise, if I'm at somebody else's place. So the best thing is to practice something which I can practice by my own self. I still believe in that. Yes, we can go ahead.
How to avoid dreams Because of excess dream, the quality of the sleep is
Oh,
not good.
yeah. So dreams is nothing but dreams are something which comes to you because you are consciously thinking about lot of events, lot of things. So we cannot avoid dreams. Dreams is just our own pattern. Dreams is something which is continuously going on in my conscious mind, which comes in the subconscious form, that is the dream. So maybe when I am sleeping today, I will complete my unfinished business. XYZ, I'm sorry, I was very angry with you, so I end it out. Maybe I might not physically go and call up that person and tell I'm sorry, but in my today's journey, I'm ending it up with him or her or with anyone. So I need to consciously put people in their place. Don't take them in my head, don't take them to my emotions, and then these are the reasons where the dream comes. And if you're getting happy, healthy, good dreams, it's always good. But if you're getting something which is irritated, which is making you feel bad, please work on your own self. It is important to work on your own self. Have a diary, write it down. In case if you feel something which is irritated, in case if you feel that something which was not healthy, write it down, tear it off, flush it off, or write it down, burn it, and flush it out. And you will see that you will have dreams slowly going slow, and it will be much more better sleep.
How to stop overthinking while trying to sleep?
Oh my God. How to stop overthinking? So whosoever has asked this, sir or ma'am, overthinking is again my choice. Nobody tells us to think, and nobody when tells us to think, on that I'm overthinking. So just imagine how much pressure I'm putting on my own self. And why am I putting this pressure? Just because I feel that that will be the right way. Ideally this is a wrong way. We shouldn't be overthinking. In fact, anything which is excess is not good for our own health. So what I have to do is, when this thought starts coming in, immediately I have to take a cognitive action by telling my mind, delete, delete, cut it off, delete, cut it off, or wrap it up. And you have to take a bit of extra cautious for your own self, that you stop doing this of overthinking, and then only it will happen. But it requires practice. By just telling it, it's not that simple. You might feel that she's telling it so simple, but to cut it off, to tell in that awareness, it takes time, it takes practice, and with practice it is possible.
Is it a bad idea to work out in the late evenings? Will it affect our sleep?
So ideally it is not a bad idea, but what happens is, we want our body to sleep, we want our body to rest. And as in the evening, when we are ready to rest, when we are wanting to sleep, we want the body to be completely be ready for the next day. So generally we ask that you can lower down with your gym exercises. You can lower down with something which is very heavy if you would be doing it. The breath exercise is always a good exercise to be doing.
Some I wanted to understand how snoring during sleep could pose a risk for blood pressure problems. How to improve sleep quality so that one can get rid of this. Do you think sleep study test will help?
Yeah, it will help. It will help. And in case if you have put on a lot of weight now, so definitely that will also be a reason for snoring.
Somebody has a sleep routine which is 5 a.m. in the morning to 12 noon or 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Is it a bad routine? Yes.
Ideally it is a bad routine, because when you see your rhythm, your circadian rhythm, which is associated with daylight and night, the 12 to 12 hour, the melatonin secretion in the body will happen in the evening. And however you feel that you are feeling good, but ideally you will not feel good, you will feel uh, a bit of fatigue by evening, and this is not a healthy routine to have.
Mm. How to adjust your body clock while working in shifts? That's an interesting question which will affect a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is when you are working in shifts, you know that your biological clock is 24 by 7, that is completely fixed, right? So when this is fixed, the same way your eating schedule, your sleeping schedule, everything is changing as per the biological clock. So in the same way, when this is shifting, you might see, you might experience by 12 o'clock you might start yawning, because ultimately melatonin is getting secreted at 6 o'clock, melatonin is getting secreted by evening. So during shifts, what happens is you have to be in the alert state also, which is your first stage of sleep. The first stage of sleep is alert sleep. So during that phase, when you are in alertness, and what do you do is after the alertness, you feel a bit, now I might sleep, I might sleep. You go and immediately go and drink coffee, or you might go and drink water. So the best thing is you have to see that when you are in that mode of sleep, or going and drinking water and coming back, as you drink water or as you drink caffeine is giving you a stimulation, but when you even drink water, the oxygen is reaching the brain cells, and as the oxygen is reaching the brain cells, the brain itself is having a lot of oxygen. The brain will remove that sleep immediately, cut it off, and will give you the direction to work. And when you are working, you are again on screen, which is a blue screen. The blue screen any which ways does not allow you to sleep. It does not allow you to sleep. But morning you should please maintain your sleep diary, yeah, to sleep, because your body requires 7 hours proper sleep.
Yeah. Even while sleeping, I can hear people if they're talking. Is it good sleep, deep sleep? What?
No, it is not a deep sleep. It is a poor sleep, because if you are sleeping, so ideally this should be off, completely off, because your physical body is at rest, and the same is your mind is completely at rest.
How to stop snoring?
So nowadays you have got those clips which can be used, and when you use those clips, you can stop snoring.
What do we do about disturbed sleep
So disturb
due
sleep in
to
sense,
dreams? Sorry.
I didn't get that. Disturb sleep means,
He goes to bed every day, but the issue is that my sleep gets interrupted after midnight. This disruption can occur at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning and sometimes midnight. After that, I can't sleep.
so actually this is a poor sleep.
Yeah.
This is a poor sleep, this is a disturbed sleep. So ideally you should see that you are putting yourself in a space which is more safe, secure, and which will make you feel healthy. Just check your beds, just check your lights, and probably just see, look after your disturbances. Hope there is nothing which is disturbing you.
Eyelids hurt while waking up due to disturbed sleep, due to subconscious thinking or any continuous dream till morning. How to get relief from this?
So basically eyelids hurt. Eyelids actually they become very heavy. And why do they become heavy is because you have not been able to sleep properly. And once when you are not able to sleep properly, that is the time when this eyelids are hitting. So best thing is is use some kind of moisturizer for your eye. It can be anything, it can be refresh, it can be tears, or in case if you are a lot on monitor, if you're using a lot of screen time, so that will also give you a heavy eyelid, and it hurts that time. So this is what you can do with the medicine, or if you're not interested in using the medicine, then probably what you can do is Start washing your face continuously, at least for a period of 2 to 3 times regularly.
What what do I do to go back to sleep if I wake up at 3 or 3:30 every day?
Sorry, I didn't get that. What do I do?
I mean, if I I mean, if my sleep is disturbed at 3:30 in the morning every day, how do I go back to sleep?
Okay, so if your sleep is getting disturbed by 3:30 every day, probably now this could have been your pattern, because it is not just one day. This could have been your pattern, and if this is becoming your pattern, so please, during 3:30, the best time is you sit. Please write down something which you feel will be important to you. By writing, immediately you start sleeping also, because that is the time the subconscious mind is very, very active. And when the subconscious mind is active, as we give people, students, children to learn, na, they will read, and they suddenly start sleeping, and then you will start sleeping. So probably get into some writing exercise, or maybe even chanting or meditating, and you will see that you'll be able to sleep.
An individual sleeps around 8 or 9 hours every day, but he still feels tired. Sometimes I have nightmares which make me feel that I haven't slept whole night. How do I address it?
So basically, you can address it by a, please check your vitamin levels. Second, please also check your diet routine. In case if you're having a lot of carbohydrates, or if you're having a lot of fat diet in the evening, which would be difficult for you to digest, so that can be first reason for the sleep thing. If this all is all normal and still you feel fatigue, so definitely some kind of physical exercise will help you. And don't overthink, because people who are having fatigueness are generally people who overthink a lot, and they don't only think about themselves, they think about everyone in the world, which is not really required. You can't change everyone, but only what you can do is just change yourself, and that is the best effort.
Is the direction of sleeping or the position, can that affect the sleep quality?
This looks like a Vastu question.
Correct.
I won't be able to tell this.
Okay, I'll move to the next question. If a
Yeah.
person has good sound sleep every day as per his routine, can they claim to be a person without worries?
Sorry, just repeat.
If a person has good sound sleep every day as per his routine, can they claim to be a person without worries?
No, no.
Okay, and there's one interesting question also, Dr. Meeta. 5 or 6 year old child in stage 4 of sleep, how do you
Hmm.
gently wake the child up?
So first of all, I do not know about the parenting part now, but generally, what do we teach the parents is, a, first of all, just pat the child. When you pat the child, means you are activating the psychomotor of the child, as well as you are giving that pat, which is making the child aware that someone is patting me. Please, patting does not mean hitting, or patting does not means giving one third, as it, or utta nahi hai, and this and that, blah 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 blah. When we start yelling, we start screaming. No. Once you slowly pat the child, bring the child in awareness, start giving positive strokes to the child. When you start giving positive strokes to the child at the stage 4, the first thing the child does is the child opens the eyes, starts rubbing the eyes and the eyelids, and starts with a smile. These are the child, they don't cry. These are the child, they don't be cranky, because you have already given them positive strokes. And positive strokes is the best indicators for the child to also grow, glow, and be more competitive. So just tap, give positive strokes, then you will see that the child is coming in awareness. As the child comes in awareness, the child rubs the eyes, starts rubbing the eyelids uh, in a more faster way, and then the child smiles, and then you can wake up the child.
I'll just take one last question. When the
Oh my god.
kids disturb the mother, how does the mother manage to sleep? I don't know how to explain.
What is this? What is this?
When children disturb the mother at night, how
uh,
does the mother get her sleep back? How does the family manage that that the mother get her sleep?
okay, I think this is to do with people who have just got delivered, or something. I think, is this the question related to that, I guess? So, first
I'm
of
not.
all, whenever, sorry.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so basically what happens is, if the child is cranky or if the child is not sleeping in the night, however, the duty is being managed by both the parent, either by the mother or by the father. They have to manage it out. And what do they do is, if they are not able to have that 6 hours sleep or 7 hours sleep, they usually take healthy nap during the daytime. And when they take the healthy nap during the daytime, then that is probably getting compensated for that sleep which has not happened in the night. However, if the people still struggle to have fatigue, then what do they do is, then they also have the blend of diet and blend of tablets as, and some supplements which has been taken to add on to their uh, fatigueness. So basically the sleep is completed 7 hours, but with a healthy nap in the mornings. But then there is more of irritation also. Okay, so can we end?
Yes, thank you so much everyone for your patience and participation for this session. And thank you so much, Dr. Neeta, for the amazing session and insights for sleep. Definitely, we have answered a lot of questions today about sleep, and definitely, people are going to get a lot of information about it and have a better sleep at night. Thank you so much.